Out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all real quick. Real quick. It's been some days, bro. I ain't made a blog in some days. I do want to talk about this. First of all, shout out to Real Breed Entertainment, everything they got going on. Dope. I think the visuals was dope. The face off, I think, between Big K and Young Ill before the battles and everything. I thought that was a really good face off. What did Big K call what is it? Young Ill. What do you call Young Ill? He called him AIDS Verb or something like that. Bro, when you said that, Big K, I lost my mind, bro. I thought that was hilarious. He had a good face off. There was a couple good face offs like before the battles. You know what I mean? I do want to say this. $75 it's a lot of money for a pay-per-view. I'm gonna be real. That's a lot of money. We know Verb has been marketing like crazy, and maybe he's been like hitting ARP up, like trying to get him to up the fee. This is what he's marketing, this is what he's talking about. But I think personally, I didn't want to say it while everything was going down, like until after. $75 is a lot of money for a pay-per-view. I got the bootleg. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm not about to pay $75 for no pay-per-view unless it's like boxing or something. I don't care if it's URL, I don't care if it's nothing. That is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But shout out, you know what I mean? I got a lot of cars, but I don't care. 75 is a lot. I don't care how cool I am with a person. That is a lot of. I thought Remy Ma was crazy. You know what I mean? What she want, like 65 or something? Like 75 is a lot of money. And then I think it was like talks to bring it to $100. But I think it ended up like being around $75. I wanted to go to the event, right? I'm getting to the battles and all that. I wanted to go to the event, but me personally, this ain't throwing no shade at the Blue Room. Shout out to ARP. It's like when you there, you can't see nothing. Unless you in the front, because everything is like, it looks like one level, you can't see nothing, so I decided to just stay home, watch the pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying, and see what happened. But as far as the Blue Room, it is like intense. If you can see what's going on, it's intense. It's a lot of energy in there, and it is dope to see the whole room blue, you know what I mean, and see the performances from that. Now, I do want to say, I didn't see every battle, but I only wanted to see the battles that I wanted to see. I seen Big K versus Young Ill. I see Hitman Holla versus Ill Will, and then I seen Verb versus A Ward. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I do want to say this: Young Ill was not good in this battle. It's good to see him. You know what I mean? I seen Goodz versus Calicoe. It's good to see Young Ill like on stage. You know what I mean? He was trying. You know what I mean? But it just, I don't think he's where battle rap is supposed to be. You know what I mean? So I think Big K ended up clearing him pretty clear. After the first two rounds, I kind of cut that battle off. I felt like Big K got it clearly. He said some lines, bro. I do want to get into some of the things that Big K said. It was all right. He said, I stared death in the eyes and made it blink first. I heard that before, but the way he said it was all right. He said, your body buried under the snow. Ill under the weather. I thought that was all right. Young Ill said shots bounce off the brain like a backboard. I bet he stopped banking on it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's kind of outdated for what we are in battle rap right now. You know what I'm saying? I did see a little bit of B Magic and Arsenal. Shout out to B Magic. Shout out to Arsenal. I seen a little bit of that. From what I seen, B Magic, you did really good. You know what I mean? Before I get into the next battle, Real Deal, shout out to you. He was up there like commentating, talking about CHF, like what's it called? Congestive heart failure is like one of the leading causes of death, and he's going on like a medical malpractice, like ran, and all this. So meanwhile, he got like 3 beers in his hand, drunk. I don't know what is. Wait a minute. I'm watching this. I'm like, what is this, bro? You know what I mean? I understand. You know what I mean? Like something personal happened to him, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, you talking about CHF, you got like 3 beers in your hand. Bruh, what's this? You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Real Deal. He ended up going there. The commentary was all right. So I got Big K winning the battle. Clearly, you know what I'm saying? The first 2 rounds I felt like was really clear. Goodz versus Calicoe. I do want to say this. Shout out to Goodz. Shout out to Calicoe. Calicoe! I wanted you to kill Goodz, to take the stomp, kill him! Go crazy on the kid. He done called me pipe boy. Kill him, Calicoe. It's kill him. I was waiting for this battle. I'm just Calicoe gotta kill him. You know what I'm saying? Goodz was rapping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Goodz. Goodz was rapping. Shout out to him. He did really good in his first round. He was talking about that. I ain't gonna talk. Y'all don't want me to talk about money. Y'all don't want me to talk about credit. Then he started talking about his Rolex and talking about, what I'm saying. Still doing the same thing. But the thing I liked about Good's performance is he was more animated. You know what I'm saying? He's saying the same stuff that he always said. You know what I'm saying? He just a little bit more animated and screaming and all. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what was missing with Goodz from a lot of people, like the super smooth, laid back performances. You know what I mean? Like people kind of, you kind of got to get up to speed with where everybody is now. Calicoe's first round was really good. He talked about Goodz, like he revealed. I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe we'll end up hearing this if Goodz goes live and talks about it. Like Calicoe was saying, Good's father is like Mel Gibson and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like white. And he's been lying to the battle rap community. His father's actually white. You know what I mean? And, Goodz be standing in the mirror, like, trying to make his hair look nappy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was wilding. Calicoe was wilding. You know what I'm saying? In that first round, he was wilding, bro. So I thought I thought the first rounds from both of them was pretty interesting. Let me see if I can read some of what they saying. You know what I'm saying? So Goodz, he said, but Goodz, you did have some bars in there. It's kind of like, what's this? All right, so Goodz had a calcium bar. He said, what did he say? He had a couple of lines. One of the lines he said, Kyle claimed he a stepper. N-word, you the only one stepping with your shoes untied. And people kind of going crazy for that. I'm like, eh. And then Goodz says, act saucy for my dough and hear the dial tone. If I'm beefing, it's over cheese. Wait, let me get back to this cow zone. And it's kind of like they going crazy for it, but I'm like, ain't really like nothing to really go crazy for. In terms of the battle, like being real, Goodz had a really good second round, and this third round was really good. Calicoe, I felt like was up 2-0, just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Watching it. But, to be real, like you can't argue Goodz may have won this battle in the second and the third. I thought Good's third round was pretty good. What did he say in the third? He was like, yo, you wearing like all of this black-owned clothing, but you don't, you know what I'm saying? But you don't own nothing. I thought that was all right, like what he was doing. But it's like the rapping, I felt like Goodz didn't rap as good as Calicoe. You know what I'm saying? But he was really animated. He had a lot of dope, slick lines, But I think people are going to look at this battle as debatable. You know what I'm saying? 2-1 either way. But me personally, I felt like Calicoe won the battle. I think I had him up 2-0. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to give Goodz the third, I think you would probably have to argue Goodz in the third and the second. Now, if Goodz goes live and he starts talking like Calicoe's whole angle was made up and all that, it may change people's perspectives on the battle, but I still got Calicoe winning the battle. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Goodz, everything he got going on. Big K had a line, though. What did he say? He was just like, you a body to open the door, you a skeleton key. The way he said it was all right? Young Ill, I'm jumping around. I'm just looking on my tour. Young Ill, like, what did you do? Young Ill, where is this? Young Ill goes ahead and he says, everything stopped when I pull up on him like an emergency brake. What is this, bro? Everything stopped when I pull up on him like an emergency brake. Like, oh my God, bro. This is not 1995, Young Ill. Shout out to Young Ill. Shout out to Young Ill. I do want to say this. I think, you know what I mean? Big K versus Easy the Block Captain probably is going to end up going down at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Maybe it'll end up happening on Chrome or something like that. I do want to put that out there. I seen that Big K took shots at Easy the Block Captain. Easy responded on Twitter basically saying that's not enough, and then, he's willing to battle him in December. And Big K is just like, yo, like call Remy, whatever, set it up. Big K said something dope, though. He was like, I killed Mook, rocked him to sleep, killed Rex Buzz. I put more dots on the sheets than bed bugs. The way he said it was like pretty dope, right? So shout out to him, you know what I mean? And then he had like another, like a Coke line. He said more lines get cut than an amusement park. I thought that was dope. So a battle between Easy and Big K, I think would be really interesting. A-Verb versus A-Ward was a really good battle, bro. This is a really good battle. A-Verb had some dope lines in there. He said, dope boys took the water and made bread. Thought you were Jesus. He said, how you gonna take me, son, if your con can't even take the sun? Bruh, the way you said that, Verb, you said, how you gonna take me, son, when your con can't even take the sun? Like, talking about how they get sunburned and all that. Bruh, that was crazy, bruh. That was crazy, bro. Like the way Verb talk is just insane. What did Verb say? He said, let Verb, oh no, this is A-Ward. A-Ward said, let Verb tell it Christians can't use guns. They tell Bible stories and they lift mags. My response, turn to Isaiah 57. Now turn the Glock 40 on your BA. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cussing and all that. Y'all know I ain't about to cuss and lose my mind. I ain't about to do that. Shout out to A-Ward. He had a lot of energy and momentum. He said, what A-Ward said? He said, he just mad that I'm all up in Verb space and he can't mute me. I thought that was all right. And A-Ward said, you know what else is black and white? The obituary section. That was all right. A-Verb said something. He was just like, this is what was crazy when A-Verb said this. Yo, I think this was the second round. This is what A-Verb said to A-Ward. Check this out. He said, the cheers you getting, they mean nothing because blacks embrace they clones. Cheers for me are worth double because N-words hate they own. Bruh, when he said that, bruh, that it's a lot of truth to what he be saying, bruh. I'm like, yo. This is like you watching a guy go to work, you know what I'm saying? Like a battle rap guy go to work with a, you know, like a crazy, like top tier fire opponent. And he's talking to like his soul, bruh. That's fire. Like he talking about soul when he said the cheers you getting, they mean nothing because blacks embrace they clones. Cheers for me are worth double because these N-words hate they own. This is crazy. Verb was wildin', bruh. He was wilding. I don't know. That was fire, bro. That was fire. That was. I don't know. Verb had the lines of the battle. He had that one. He had the sun line like the 10. That was. I think those two were the lines of the battle. This is what Verb said. He said he said N-word. I will raise arm and stretch it. F you. I ain't your boy. P-word. That's only Tay-Rock fetish. And then A-Verb said, dope fiends used to steal antennas, so I'm used to static. Then he said, he had another dope line. This is what A-Verb said. He said, Conalizer. Yeah, he said, Conalizer. We can't look you eye to eye because you idolize us. We the talent, you just know how to monetize it. Yo, that's crazy. He be talking crazy to people. Colonizer. We can't look you eye to eye because you idolize us. And then you sitting there watching it. A-Ward and A-Verb battling, and it's like, you know, he's kind of, you know, black culture. It's crazy, like, watching this and hearing Verb talk. I don't know if people was listening to Verb. Verb was talking crazy. Colonizing. We can't look eye to eye because you idolize us. We the talent. You just know how to monetize it. That's crazy. This is what A-Ward said. A-Ward is going crazy, too, man. This is what he said. He said, thank God you got a best friend who ride for you here. McCourt helped you get Lux, Mook, Suge. Hell, he said he helped you get Lux, Mook, Suge. Hell, he why you're here. You've been relying on Big Gerald your entire career. I thought that was fire. He said, thank God you got best friends who can ride for you here. McCoy helped you get Lux, Mook, Suge. Hell, he's the reason why you're here. You've been relying on Big Gerald your entire career. That was fire, bro. That was fire, bro. I don't know, man. This battle is debatable. I don't know, like, cause you gotta, like, when you watching this battle, like when A-Verb's going, you know, you see St. Louis people going crazy. When A-Ward's rapping, you see a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? You got street hymns, you got Loso right there. They going crazy, they gassing them. A-Ward was fire. Verb was fire in this battle. What did A-Ward say to Verb? He said, he be faking. Yo, this was cold-blooded. Yo, when A-Ward said this, bro, this was cold. Listen to what A-Ward said. He said he be faking tough because when the wave, you're talking about Sue Surf. He said he be faking tough because when the wave asked for the fade, you tucked your tail and ran away from cuz. You were so scared to fight, Surf even. He said you were so scared to fight Surf, even your guardian angel ducked. That was crazy. He said he be faking tough because when A-Ward said he be faking tough because when the wave asked for the fade, you tucked your tail and ran away from cuz. You were so scared to fight Surf, even your guardian angel ducked. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. This battle is crazy. This was worth it, bro. Verb was talking, bro. That was crazy. If I had to, like, first watch, I'm gonna watch this battle again. You know what I'm saying? First watch, to be real, I don't know. I like Verb's first. That sun, like that tan, I don't know. I like that. But I don't know. I gotta go with Verb in the first. And then I got A Ward in the second. You know what I'm saying? I got A Ward in the second and third. So I got A Ward winning the battle, but it's close. This is a very close battle. You know what I'm saying? This is just the first watch, you know what I'm saying? And I'll bet people, you know what I mean? It is what I'm going to pay up in a minute, you know what I'm saying? I felt like A Ward may have won this battle. I'm just being real with y'all. It was a very, very good battle. This is a classic, bro. Between both of them, this is a classic. This is a very good battle, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know. The reason why I want to watch it again, and it's a part where Verb looked like he choked. You know, but I don't know if he choked or he was just trying to calm the crowd because he's doing this because he's trying to calm the crowd down. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? It was kind of a long period of time when he did that. But I'm like, yo, like maybe he's trying to, you know, calm the crowd because people was talking in the crowd and it was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see that again. But if that's not a choke, I got Verb in the first and I got A Ward in the second and A Ward in the third. So we'll see. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at it as not a choke right now. And then you got Ill Will versus Hitman Holla. The first round, I didn't like this battle. It was a lot of, you know what I mean, attempts for haymakers that wasn't hitting, you know what I'm saying, on Ill Will's behalf. Shout out to you. You know, I'm just saying this to you, nothing like that. It wasn't, your first round, I didn't like your first. I felt like Hitman edged the first. You know what I mean? I think he edged the first. He came out, he took off his shirt, he had a jersey on, he's talking about, you know what I'm saying? And not the Wizards or whatever, like the ball, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was all right in the first. I think he edged the first. He talked more about, he was more so complaining about the culture, you know, and his success and how they don't like him now about his success. And he's bringing everything back to Ill Will. I think he did enough to get the first round. The second round, Ill Will had a pretty good second. Hitman left Earth in that second round, bro. I'm going to read some of what they would say. Hitman went crazy in that second round. Yo, what did Hitman say in the second? What did he say? He said the last N-word that got out of line, he got chalked up. The chopper made of wood. The wrong tree you done barked up. Backpack N-words be cat. They just talk tough. I'm not a walk-over. I'm a hitman. I do walk-ups. The way he said it was crazy. I ain't never gonna go against you again, Hitman. That was fire. That second round was clear, bro. That was clear. That second round was clear. His second round was very, very good. I don't care what nobody said. His second was fire, bro. You know what I mean? I wish he would have did, like, I think how he should have, like, I mean, you never know. I mean, the mind of a battler, it's like chess when you battling. I think if he would have led this battle with his second, this would have been, yo, that second was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people on Twitter saying 1-1 going into the third. Hitman was up 2-0, bro. He was up 2-0 in this battle. The third round, Ill Will had a crazy third round. He's basically talking about, you know, like Hitman Holla. What is he saying? Like, yo, you talk tough, like you got all this money and you the biggest thing in the world, you know, in terms of like, you know, an entertainer, but, you know, you're around entertainers and, you know, they don't even know who you are and all this. And he's saying like I think he said this in the third, you probably let I Just Sting call you an N-word. Like he's just going in on his third. Ill Will had a very, very good third round. Right? But what was it about Ill Will's third? I think it was towards the end. I felt like he lost his place and he started freestyling in the third. But his third was so good, it's like you forgive that. You know, and Hitman, I kind of cut Hitman's third off. I'm going to be real with you because I kind of was fatigued with that battle. It wasn't a really good battle. But the battle that I liked, I mean, the rounds that I liked was Ill Will's third, and I liked Hitman Holla's second. Hitman's second was fire, bro. But I felt like he already won the battle. He was already up 2-0. He made a clear distinction, you know what I mean, of who's like the better battler in terms of him and Ill Will. But Ill Will's dope. I just felt like in the first, he couldn't capitalize on the haymakers like he probably wanted to. What What did Hitman Holla say? He said, I'm confused. What am I supposed to achieve? He said, I got a Hall of Fame career on multiple leagues. What else did he say? He says, I've been helping out these battle rappers my whole career, but now I'm starting to regret this S word. Cause y'all be praising them for reaching a bar, but got the nerve to talk down to an N-word that set this I thought that was fire. What else did Hitman say? He said, stop telling me what he did on Maxed Out 2, cause his last opponent was A-word, and I'm sicker. You remember when I took off He said, you remember what I took off that showroom floor? Exactly. So what do I look like? A jag type of N-word? I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was a couple things that was hit and miss. Ill Will had an all right line. He said, the last time they put 20 and 20 on Ill, they sat the world down. Talking about COVID, Ill Will said something dope. He said, when I hugged your moms and pops, I felt like Bishop at the funeral. I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? It was like throughout the battle. All in all, it was an okay battle. It's not something I'll watch again. Hitman's second was dope. And then what did he say in the second? Because he went crazy for like a while in that second, bro. And then he was like, this is Hitman. Like he was going crazy. Then bruh. Shout out to Hitman Holla, bruh. Hitman, why don't you be listening to us, bruh? Why don't you be? Yes, this is Hitman. If you watch this, listen. Your first round versus Easy. Why don't you do the first round versus Easy and your second round versus Ill Will? Why don't you do that? You know what I'm saying? Just write like that. Don't write no rounds to just get over. Don't do none of that. Just write like that. You be good. You know what I'm saying? I thought your second was fire. You know what I mean? As far as the battle, the thing that impressed me about Hitman Holla, yeah, he talked about the money. He talked about he didn't get like super personal. You know what I'm saying? Ill Will didn't really get super like personal with Hitman at all. You know, and Hitman was able to pull off the victory in a small room against an all-around performer. You know what I'm saying? Like Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I do want to see Easy to Block Captain versus Geechee next. You know, so hopefully Chrome 23, that's a good event. Like I said earlier, I was going to go to Max Out, but the Blue Room is just, I couldn't see nothing last time I was there, and I ain't trying to be fighting just to get to the front to see what's going on. But shout out to them. You know, Blue Room, I feel like is definitely a staple in battle rap. A lot of people love it. You know, B Magic, I seen a little bit of you in Arsenal. You know what I mean? The second and the third, I seen a little bit. I thought you did really good. Please keep this up. You know what I mean? Please keep this up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to ARP. All y'all leagues, I don't care what league it is, $75 is way too much for like that's a general admission ticket. You know what I mean? I'm just being real with anybody. The same like URL, they be, you know what I mean? I do the same thing with them. 75 is too much. I don't care. If I got 2 Teslas, a house, and then, you know what I'm saying, talking to Anwar, try to get, you know what I'm saying, another house and all that, you know what I'm saying, talking to everybody. But whatever. It's just, it don't matter. 75 is too much for a battle event, especially when it's battles on top of battles on top of battles. It's like, I'm paying rent just to be a battle rap fan. It's, Calicoe didn't kill Goodz. It's a debatable battle. It's, Calicoe, what is wrong with you, man? You didn't kill Goodz. What is this? Goodz sitting up there now, he about to drink. It go crazy. Y'all talking about I can't rap with Calicoe. You ain't kill him, bro. That's a debatable battle. That's debatable. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. I cannot stand you, Calicoe. You my new enemy. It's over. You only had one job. It's over. Close battle. It's not a classic. It's pretty good. That's a good Goodz performance. He did really good. You know what I'm saying? He lost though. He did really good. Shout out to Goodz. Shout out to everybody. I'm out. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.